Hey there, are you ready for our next riveting experience? Well, buckle up, the fun and excitement is about to begin. Well, the day started out with me meeting somebody at the boat launch. He seemed like a pleasant guy, and he was asking for some input and assistance with catching these trout here on Lake Sammamish. So I said, "Yeah, why don't you fish with me? We could just troll along together." And I actually gave him a lure to test and to work with, similar to what I was fishing with. And it didn't take long. I got a hit within the first 5-10 minutes here. If you look real close, you can see the gears grinding in my cranium there. I will eventually remember to turn the video on. I did that. There we go. Okay, we got a fish on. He seems to be swimming in this direction. It's a nice cut. Whoa, Nelly. Whoa, Nelly. Okay, stop fish. Get out of here. In hindsight, I wish I hadn't spent as much time monkeying with that fish. He didn't look as healthy as I would like when I let him go. He did eventually swim off, but he was a bit lethargic. So, yeah, when you're working with these fish, get them back in the water as quickly as you can. It's just a good idea. Yeah, notice that the hook got bent here, and this happens typically when the fish is thrashing around in the net because the drag will let out a line and keep that from happening. But in this case, it got bent pretty good while it was in the net. All right, that was a nice fish. I would guess he was probably 18 inches. It's a nice cut. And we were fishing for them. I was fishing for them with this little lure here. I buy them off of W Lure, which is a Chinese distributor. You can get them directly off of Amazon through W Lure, and they get delivered a lot faster. I custom paint all of my lures. This is one of my favorite patterns. I catch a lot of fish on it because it's my favorite pattern. Don't know if it's because it's a good pattern or just because I like it. I don't know. But that's the lure that I fish with. It travels really well. Got great action in multiple speeds. So, yeah, you can get an idea of how big that guy is. So, I think it dives to about 2.5 to 4 feet, somewhere in that range, depending on your speed and size of your line. And in the wintertime, a lot of fish are often near the surface, so you can pick up fish near the surface fishing with those. So there you go. That's what we're doing. Woo! And the water temperature is about 46 degrees. Air temperature is similar. I don't know, but it's right around that. So, all right, let's go catch another one, shall we?
Yeah, I failed to mention there's actually a couple of things going on here, right? So the water temperatures are at that point where the trout are pretty comfortable just about anywhere in the water column. But in the month of December and January and sometimes November, you'll see the goronamids hatching here on Lake Sammamish. They're a little small mayfly, and the trout are feeding on those pretty consistently. And those goronamids are trying to lay their eggs on the surface, and there's a lot of them that just get waterlogged and they're just floating all over the lake surface. And so the trout are coming up and they're just monging away on that. So if you're seeing a lot of fish rising, then it's a pretty good bet that they're on the surface. And the other thing that you'll notice is that you won't see a whole lot of fish on your fish finders. So if they're up there on the top of the surface, the cone that your fish finder sends out is really small up there by the boat. You know, you cover a lot of surface area, 30, 40, 50 feet down. It's showing you fish all the way around you, but you won't see those fish that are on the surface typically on your fish finder. So if you're not seeing any fish on your fish finder, there's a good chance they're on the surface. Yeah, so it wasn't more than a couple hundred yards down the lake. I got another hit right here. And at the time, I thought, oh, it was probably just a snag. But I was watching on the video here, and the rod was bouncing up and down pretty good. So I'm pretty sure that was a fish that was on there. He came unbuttoned. So I just pulled it in to make sure that I didn't have a foul hook or something at this point. Just had to make sure that my lure was going to continue to function properly. Yep, all good. Just need to redeploy it. So yeah, I'm busy flapping my gums here with my co-angler, and yeah, I get a hit on the rod, and I don't even notice. But I don't think he got hooked right there because it was shortly after that. That's where he got hooked. Yeah, got him. There's something else here that I need to point out. I noticed that when I reached to turn on the chest camera, I got slack in the line. And that's a big fat no-no. That's a good way to lose a fish. So watch that.
Got another fish. Not quite as big as the other one, but still a good fish. Stop, 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 you stupid fish.
As a general rule, I don't like to handle the fish. In this case, I was stuck because when he was thrashing around, he buried the hook in my boot, and I couldn't get the net up to let the fish go, so I had to pick the fish up out of the net if I wanted to get him out of the boat, and then I could spend the rest of the time getting the hook out of my boot.
Buried that hook in my boot.
Well, my friend, he had to leave. He had some other stuff that he had to get done. And I tested some lures and crossed over to the other side of the lake and spent a bunch of time trolling. And eventually, about 45 minutes, I got another hit here.
Woo, fish on. Feels like a good one. There's a lot more goronamids seem to be hatching here on the southern end of the lake. Still fishing with a Shallow run and plug. Let's see what we got here. It's fish. It's fish, fish, fish. I've had 2 other ones on that came off. This one seems like he's gonna stay buttoned up for a few minutes. Ooh, that's a nice one. That's a really nice one. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Yeah. Stop, dude. Look at the size of that little bugger. You guys can see that down in there. That's a good sized fish right there. Alright, let's see if we can get him unhooked here. He's got it down in there pretty good. No. Don't do. Okay, there you go. I was gonna get a picture of you, but I guess the video is gonna have to do. That was a nice fish. Wow. Got another one. This one also feels like a nice fish. Got some pull to him. Nice, swimming towards me now. Oh, got a little pull on me again. All right. That's caught. Jesus. Good Lord, dude. Okay. Gotcha. Sucker. Alright. Stop, dude. Stop. Come on. Yeah, stop. Stop. Dipshit, I want to get you out of here before you get hooked on this again. God damn it. Oh my aching ass. Get out of there. Yeah, that's a pretty good little fish. Yeah, let's get him out of here. There he goes. Okay, that's the 4th one. It appears to be a pretty decent pattern.
Well, when I left the house, my plan was to just go out and test some of the lures that I had painted up. I wanted to check action on some of the lures, and it wasn't until I met Jack in the parking lot that I decided, well, you know, he's interested in learning a little bit more about the cutthroat population and how to fish for them in this lake. And I wasn't doing anything in particular, so I said, sure, let's go do some fishing. So turned out I caught a couple of fish. I caught 4, and I talked to him later. He had caught a couple on the way back. So yeah, it worked out well for both of us. And now you get to watch this old fogey try to get out of the boat. And if you're rooting to see me fall in the water, well, that doesn't happen. It's close. I think it's a little touch and go there for a bit, but I did manage to matriculate onto the shore without falling into the water. All right, well, this is the end of the video. if you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe and all that stuff. If you have any questions or any comments, please leave them down below. It helps with the algorithm and you know, if you have some interaction with your videos. So be much appreciated if you did that. So once again, thanks for stopping by the channel. Really appreciate you.